stories of demonic possession have always divided people into two groups. Some believe it to be true, an attack on the body and soul by an unseen, evil force, while others completely deny it, calling it a form of mental illness involving seizures and hallucinations. Most of us have heard of cases like Annalise Michel, Michael Taylor, and Janet Hodgson, but today we will talk about a terrifying incident from over 100 years ago. This story is from South Africa in the year 1906, and the main character is a 16-year-old girl, Clara Germana Cele. Clara lived in a missionary school called Street Point Michael's Mission. According to some sources, it was also known as Marianne Hill Order Mission. This mission was located in Amzinto, which is now part of the KwaZulu-Natal region. Until 1906, Clara was a normal, calm, and obedient girl. She had been adopted by the mission when she was just 4 years old. But as the year 1906 progressed, Clara's behavior completely changed. Her nature became rebellious. Her speech was filled with profanity and blasphemy. The nuns and priests who had known her since childhood tried to help. She was given religious objects. Prayers were said for her. Everyone hoped the old Clara would return. But on July 5th, her 16th birthday, Clara's behavior became extremely strange and disturbing. That very night, she began screaming loudly in her room. Two nuns rushed in to help. As they entered the room, Clara said, "Call the priest. I need to confess something." "Call quickly. I'm afraid the devil will kill me before I can confess my sin." Father Horner Erasmus arrived. Clara told him that on her 16th birthday, she made a pact with the devil. She had sold her soul, and now she was possessed by a demonic spirit. She said, "I am lost. I falsely confessed and took communion. Now the devil is calling me." Father Erasmus thought it was just teenage rebellion and didn't take it seriously. But 6 weeks later, on August 20th, the situation turned extremely dangerous. Screams were heard from Clara's room. Two nuns rushed in. They found Clara curled up on the floor. Her clothes were torn, and the bed frame was broken. Clara said she had thrown away all her religious symbols, the cross, rosary, and holy items, which had now left her open to demonic forces. When the nuns tried to help, Clara went into a frenzy. She began throwing things and speaking to an invisible force. Her voice echoed, "You deceive me. You promised me glory. Now you torture me." Mother Superior still suspected it was all an act. So that night, 2 nuns and 3 older girls were assigned to monitor Clara. At first, everything seemed fine. Everyone was talking and laughing. But then Clara began questioning the nuns' faith. An argument broke out and quickly turned violent. According to Brian McConnell's book, The Possessed, Clara attacked 2 nuns. She beat them badly, choked them, and tore their clothes. Both nuns were left in critical condition. The 3 girls were too terrified to intervene. Now the mission priest began testing Clara. They wanted to determine whether this was an act or real possession. They found that when Clara was touched with holy water, her skin would burn, blisters would form, whether or not she was in a trance. Sometimes, fires would start without any reason. Once, this happened in the mission kitchen. Everyone had to flee. Another time, fire erupted from her bed, sheets, and would burn. But Clara and her clothes remained completely unharmed. She began to hate religious objects. If a priest or nun had a rosary or cross near her, she would sense it without seeing and start screaming. She had immense strength. She could summon fire, and the strangest thing, she began speaking multiple European languages, German, Polish, French, languages she had never been exposed to. Later it was discovered that she had the power of prophecy. She could read people's minds. She could reveal their deepest secrets. Once, a young man mocked her. So Clara revealed his recent sins in front of everyone. When, where, and with whom. By now, the people at the mission were divided into two groups. Some tried to save her, while others just watched, filled with fear and astonishment. Many times, without any warning, Clara would begin to tremble with rage and speak in a deep, demonic voice. She spoke languages she had never learned: German, French, Latin. Priests also noticed that Clara could reveal their sins and thoughts without being told. She would say, "You sinned before me. You have lost your faith," as if someone inside her was watching everything. Some eyewitnesses claimed to have seen Clara floating midair from wall to wall. No one was touching her, and she hovered about 5 feet above the ground. Her screams echoed throughout the mission. Flies, strange smells, and eerie lights were often felt near her room. After all this, the mission contacted the Vatican and officially began an exorcism on Clara. Father Erasmus and another priest, Father Manuel, prayed continuously for 2 days. During this time, Clara kept screaming, "Let him go! Leave me alone." Sometimes she laughed loudly, sometimes cursed, sometimes she spat blood, and sometimes yelled, "You will lose." According to Father Erasmus, the demonic spirit identified itself as Jacob and claimed it would not leave Clara's soul. But on the 3rd day, Clara's body suddenly went still. She opened her eyes, and in a very calm voice said, "He is gone." After that, Clara returned to normal. She remembered nothing, not the screaming, not the levitation, nor the pact with the devil. Even today, the case of Clara Germana Cele is considered one of the most mysterious possessions. Some say it was a mental illness that couldn't be understood at the time. Some believe it was all an act for attention, but many people still believe that the devil truly entered that girl. And what she herself said, "I sold my soul. Now he won't let me go." The story has ended, but the question still lives on. Is the devil really among us? Or is it just the darkness of the human mind? If you want to know more deeply about this mysterious event, then a full book has been written on this true incident. The Pact, Inside the Real-Life Possession of Clara Germana Cele, which is available on Amazon Kindle. We provided the link to the book in the description. Perhaps you'll find the answer there, or perhaps it will raise even scarier questions.